Tonight, a traffic stop along I-40 is raising new questions about your constitutional rights.
Among the questions, what happens to your right to say no to a search when police are looking for cash?
The traffic stop occurred west of Nashville, along a stretch of interstate in Dixon County that has become well known for a controversial practice known as policing for profit. For 3 years, our investigation has documented how drug interdiction agencies in that area target out-of-state drivers.
Those agencies fund their operations under a state law that lets them seize cash based on the suspicion that it's drug money. News Channel 5 Chief Investigative Reporter Phil Williams spent the last 5 months investigating this latest twist.
You know, if you're ever stopped by one of these agencies, you might think you have a constitutional right to say no to a search of your car. But a California couple discovered no doesn't always mean no. Ronnie and Lisa Hankins have no fears about traveling the freeways of Southern California. But after what happened in this traffic stop back in May, the interstates of Tennessee are another story.
Seemed like Nazi Germany. You got to have paperwork and proper authority to come through Tennessee.
The San Diego couple have been on the road for days after attending a family funeral in Virginia when they got stopped on the westbound side of I-40 in Dixon County.
And I told her, we're going to get pulled over.
It came right after they passed an interdiction agent with the 23rd Judicial District Drug Task Force. What made you think he was going to stop you?
Because we had out-of-state license plates and my wife is Hispanic.
After separating Lisa from her husband,
come on, have a seat in my truck for me. It's safer there.
Supposedly so he could write her a warning ticket for a traffic violation, the agent began repeatedly questioning her. Then he had a favor to ask.
We say there's not anything illegal in it. Do you mind if I search it today to make sure?
I have to talk to my husband. I just feel like he was harassing me, wanted me to say yes, he can search my car.
I'm asking you for permission to search your vehicle today. And you are well within your right to say no, and you can say yes. It's totally up to you whether you want to show cooperation or not.
So why not say yes?
I mean, there's no reason for him to say, to search my car.
I am asking you that because I do believe that you're not being honest with me.
Why wouldn't I be honest?
I don't know.
He died on May 1st.
The officer did not believe their story that they had been to a funeral for Ronnie's grandfather, even though a quick search of the internet would have proved they were telling the truth.
You have to give me a yes or no. I do need an answer so I can figure out whether I need a dog to go around it or not.
I was getting upset because, he kept on asking me over and over, and I said, you have no reason to search my car.
You run your dog.
That's when agents brought out a drug dog to sniff around their car. If that dog does not hit, they don't get to search your car.
No. There's no probable cause.
But that's exactly what happened.
We ran a dog and the dog's alerted on the vehicle, so we're going to be searching it, okay? And whatever's in there, we're going to find in just a second.
Ronnie was furious.
There's never been any drugs in that vehicle, and never will be.
It turns out the man that the task force stopped knows a thing or two about law enforcement himself. He's a federal police officer here at the Marine Corps Air Station Miramar in San Diego.
You lied about the dog sticking on the car. The dog didn't stick on the car. You got the drug task force. You out here harassing me and my wife when I'm just coming back from a funeral.
That's exactly how I expect most police officers to act. Okay.
You're convinced they cued that dog to hit?
Yes. 100%. There's no doubt in my mind. They cued that dog.
Take a look in slow motion. The dog passes an open window on the passenger side with no alert. The handler then leads the dog around the front. Then on the driver's side, he turns his body around and gestures towards the window. Suddenly the dog sits. That's the alert.
Just like a child. You can make a child say anything you want. You can make a dog do whatever you want too, if you train them the right way.
And you are convinced that's what happened here?
Yes.
Keep the line about the dog alert.
For almost an hour,
Man, it ought to be here.
the two agents searched the Hankins' belongings,
Ain't make it be here, ain't what you told me before? Yeah.
even tearing apart part of the dash of Lisa's new car.
That really pissed me off when he started ripping everything out of my car.
You felt violated?
Yeah, I felt violated, and it just, he didn't want to hear it.
And when Ronnie insisted there were no drugs, the agent confided he wasn't really expecting any.
Well, I'll be honest with you. With you going in this direction, I wouldn't think you'd have drugs in the car. I think you'd have a large amount of money.
I knew right then they were looking for money to fund their operations.
And what made you think that?
Because they're not worried about the drugs. They're worried about the money.
Is that our marijuana? Yeah.
When agents couldn't find anything, they wrote up this report to justify the dog's alert, saying they found marijuana debris on both the driver and passenger floorboards. We showed the report to the couple.
It's just them trying to cover their backside.
Ronnie noted that the drug dog had passed by the open passenger window and did not alert. The truth, they say, all agents saw inside the car was grass from the cemetery where they had buried Ronnie's grandfather.
It makes me angry that someone would attack my character, because not only that attacks my character, that could cost me my job.
As for her experience, Lisa Hankins said she knows one thing for sure.
I know I won't never drive to Tennessee again. That's the last time.
Now, the dog handler involved emphatically insists through his boss that he did not give that dog any sort of command to alert on the car. The Hankins say they're still suspicious, Rory.
It's amazing to watch that. That officer, why was he so insistent to search the car?
Well, that agent said he thought they looked nervous, but the Hankins say they were just tired and jittery after having been on the road for days. And Ronnie says after having served in Iraq, that's just the way he comes across.
And you took the video to a nationally respected expert.
That's right, and he believes that the handler may have inadvertently cued that dog to alert. That part of our investigation is tomorrow night at 6.
Wow. All right. Thanks so much, Phil.